Little bit of a late start tonight. Okay. Whoever called, I just fucked up. I'm sorry. What's going on, you old cop pizzle?
Let's go, Cowboys!
What's going on, you old cop pizzle?
What's up, man? Sally.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
We're sick.
Oh, man. Cop, man. I gotta tell you, I am completely off the Pat Shurmur train.
Yeah?
I mean, I've been patient and hopeful and everything, but man, there is just no explaining or excusing the utter mismanagement and sheer stupidity of what was taking place at the end of that game, and then to defend it.
You know, I forgot
You're
to.
going to defend it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this in my post game video. Baby doll actually cut the camera off short on me. I was going to talk about they ran a draw play on 3rd and 18, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
And then they go for it on 4th and 15.
Right.
And and of course I understand it's late in the game, but it didn't make it. None of that made any sense to me. Like I can't even comprehend it.
No.
Like I can't even figure out like a good thing to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need like that. Just to me is just if you're doing that play calling wise, what are you doing Monday through Friday for preparation?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just clueless.
It's just nonsense.
It's absolutely. Now, listen, 3rd and 18, you want to run the draw, you want to criticize that, that's fine. I mean,
yeah, but you're going to punt. You got to punt the next play.
Exactly, you fucking punt. If you don't pick anything up and you're in 4th and 15 on your own 30 with 3 minutes left and 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, then you fucking punt the ball.
Yeah.
You don't go out there and then say, well, I figured we'd stop them and hold them to a field goal anyways, and then we could still get a touchdown. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's just it's nonsense.
When you're down, when he was down 2 scores in New England and punted on 4th and 2, and you're down, and you're down by 3 points, and you're pulling some stuff like that, man, it just makes absolutely no sense. And then, like I said, they come out and defend it, and then to defend Darius Slayton for taking that ball out at the end of the game, oh, it was a young guy trying to make a play. That's stupid.
Well, here's
and
the thing.
Fact that he thought that he had the liberty to do that says that you got a real fucking problem on your hands with these rookies that think that that's an okay thing to do. That's poor coaching.
Yeah. And here's another thing, because I see some Giant fans, most notably some video makers, are talking about firing Pat Shurmur. They're not going to fire him this year. They're not. They won't let him go. It's not the Giants' way to do that.
No, I don't think that they will. Not.
I mean, even if they go 3-13,
probably not after.
Even if they go 3-13, or even 4-12, which I still have some hope, but even if they go that, I don't. They're not going to make a change. They're going to give him a full year with Daniel Jones. They're not going to just. They're going to literally give they're going to make Daniel Jones' rookie season be a scapegoat. And I'm sure they'll make some kind of change if it goes bad, but Pat Shermer is going to be here next year, I think.
Well, I think it's likely, unless he has a meltdown with the media, or there's a couple of different things I think about this right now. The realist in me, and I've been saying this on the phone with you and to all my buddies that I've been talking with, the realist in me says that after the first 2 weeks, they were just like, listen, we ain't going anywhere anyways. We might as well get him in there and let him do his learning and take his lumps, so then therefore, hopefully by next year, if we put everything together around him, we've got that learning curve out of the way. The cynic in me says, I'm going to throw him in there, you know what I mean, that they put him in there just to save their ass, because once you do that, now
Yes.
it's not, you know what I mean, the win-loss record doesn't really matter all that much anymore, because, okay, now you got the rookie, and it's all about, and all these young guys, so it's all about how do they develop and everything else.
But I hate the mindset. I hate the mindset that they just throw them out there because they don't think they have anything. Because if you don't have anything and you get your rookie quarterback killed, like yesterday, and even there was one run play where Daniel ran for like 12 yards and got a first down, and he took a pretty good little shot, getting it done. Like I really worry about the psyche of Daniel Jones going forward. I mean, you can't consistently take 8 sacks a game and think that he won't become somewhat broken because of it.
Right. Well,
And you can chalk it up and say, well, it's rookie experience. But here's the thing. There's multiple young quarterbacks in the past. I'll tell you one that I think going through it right now is Marcus Mariota.
yeah.
You know, he literally he's a young guy, got potential, had potential coming into the pro game. Same thing Daniel Jones. Went through a bunch of offensive coordinators now. He's been getting beat up because his offensive line stinks, and now he's got the yips. And I'm afraid that Daniel Jones is going to get that. I'm terrified. That's because if Daniel Jones don't work out, we're fucked.
Oh, without a doubt,
We're fucked.
We're really fucked. Hey, let me go one more thing on that theory though too. Don't think for a minute, and I have said this all along too. I don't think for a minute that this wasn't a pure business decision either, because if you take a look at what happened during that Bills game, and realistically, I think Eli Manning has actually performed better than just about every quarterback that's faced that Bills defense this year. And oh, by the way, he did it with his 5th, 6th, and 7th receivers who
Yes.
let him down in that game.
Yes.
But that's another story. Okay, but if you look at that game halfway through the third quarter, there was nothing in there but Bills fans, and it was a Bills home game, basically. That's the season opener, and I don't think that New York Giants fans were going to tolerate this shit for another year with Eli under there, and I think that they made a move there. I mean, on top of all the rest of the things, I definitely think it was a factor. It's like, hey, we put the kid in, you're going to excite the fan base, people are going to want to come out here because they don't want to come out here and see this same old product again.
Well, here's what's frustrating, Chris, and I could go on for hours talking about this. There's no question that Daniel Jones won us the Tampa Bay game. No question. We did not have a quarterback on the roster that could have won us that game other than Daniel Jones. Okay? But in my opinion, I think Eli could have won that game yesterday.
Oh, I think so.
And that's what's frustrating. And everybody can say, well, because Daniel Jones did nothing. He made a couple plays. He did a couple things where he ran outside the pocket and got a first down. But outside of that, everything was in the pocket. Everything. All the sacks, all the bad throws, all of it. Eli could have done that. And to me, Daniel's not even looking at his checkdowns. And that's frustrating because, everybody bitched at Eli about that. But Eli would have been on that yesterday. And in my opinion, I think we had a chance to win that ball game if Eli's playing. I hate to say it.
Well, is it any wonder that Eli was checking down so much? That's just his experience showing. Now, does Daniel Jones probably get to make 1 or 2 more big plays a game than what Eli would have because he's locked in downfield? Yeah, all right. But
Yeah.
Eli wasn't going to get the shit knocked out of him and fumble 11 times.
Exactly. Eli may throw an interception or two, but Eli's not going to take those sacks where he has no awareness that the hit's coming, and then he's fumbling, and then it's a disaster. I mean,
And he's not fumbling from getting rocked. Like usually,
Yes.
if I was fumbled, he was getting rocked.
Look.
The book is out on this kid where he's just getting stripped because
Yeah.
he cannot feel the rush, and
Yeah.
it's been like that since the summer. This has not improved one bit, and I'm not down on this kid, man. I'm all in on him. I hope that he has a
No, I am
big career.
too. I am too, man. I want DJ to work, but I'm to the point now where it's like, okay, I do not want to mess up DJ long term because everybody thinks that he needs to be out there learning, because you're learning nothing by getting creamed in the pocket.
Well, it's too late now, though. They can't.
No, I know.
do anything now.
I know.
No, they
I
can't
know.
do anything now. So they've made their bed. They're going to have to lie in it. And listen, hopefully it works. Eli was horrendous his first year. They came back. I think they were 5-0 in a playoff team the next year. And listen, Daniel Jones, what I see is outstanding accuracy and outstanding touch. He puts
Yes.
the ball. I mean, he's got those things which are great. He's locked in downfield, which is good. I mean, I guess it's better to have that than to be skittish and happy feet and everything else.
Yeah.
But he's going to wind up getting skittish and happy feet if he keeps on getting the ever-loving shit knocked out of him.
Exactly.
every game. So,
I'm concerned about it. You're right. Now he's trying to fit some balls in some tight windows that he doesn't need to be trying to fit in. But yeah, he has made some really good throws. And yesterday was obviously, I wouldn't say it was a bad weather game, right? But there was rain, and it could have been a lot worse. But he seemed like he wasn't affected by it. But end of the day, I kind of just felt like we lost that game due to just piss poor coaching and a very inexperienced quarterback. That's just what I feel like reason why we lost that game. Again, our defense didn't play that great, but sometimes the defense ain't going to show up.
yeah, well, I mean, Betcher, I think, will be done by the end of the year. I don't think they get
Somebody's
going to
be a scapegoat.
I mean, maybe they do, but I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Somebody's going to be a scapegoat.
Yeah, probably. And I'm not 100% convinced that Shermer makes. I'll make this point and I'll hop off. I know you got other callers, man, but I'm not 100% Shermer makes it to next year. I think a lot of it depends on does Daniel Jones improve or not.
Yeah.
If he's still having all these, the rookie mistakes are one thing. Hey, you get duped, you throw it into coverage, you have a bad this. I can live with all that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're having the same exact things over and over and over again, when you know what I mean, and you're not showing any improvement, when it so far it appears that Daniel Jones has a lot of the ingredients that you're looking for. If you can't coach some of that up and get him improving by the end of the year, I'm not so convinced that Shermer's a lock for next year. I'm really not. And you don't want to be changing administrations every two years and everything, because I get that too. Losing teams do that, losing franchise. But you know what? On the other hand, if you can't get the fucking job done, you can't get the job done.
Yeah.
This dude is a career loser.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See you, man. Yeah, I just don't see Pat Shermer getting fired after this year. I don't think he's wrong. I just think it's just not the Giants' way to do that. What's going on with Cop Pizzle?
Hi, Copizzle. How you doing?
What's up, Bobby?
It was not a good game yesterday.
No, it wasn't.
You can't blame it all on Daniel Jones either. The receivers dropped a lot of passes too. So
No, but
some
some of them made some plays. I mean, I mentioned in my postgame video I wasn't happy with Evan Ingram's game yesterday. He dropped.
Oh yeah, he kept dropping balls.
He dropped a couple passes.
It's unbelievable.
I thought Golden Tate. Golden Tate made up for a lot of the stuff he did. He made some plays for us.
Yeah, he did. I like Golden Tate. I always did.
It'd be nice to have Sterling Shepard, but we don't.
I don't know if he had.
I don't put all of the blame on Daniel Jones, Bobby.
No,
It's just, to me,
it's a smelly defense too.
yeah. Well, it's just, there's a multitude of things, but unfortunately, with the way things are with our team, we have to have our quarterback cannot, just can't turn the ball over as many times as he has.
No.
That's the thing. And I'm okay with the turnover, maybe two, but we can't have
Yeah.
3 interceptions, a fumble here. We just can't have that many turnovers. We need more
Right. We
protection of the
did
ball.
beat Tampa Bay with 4 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I think New England, 11 days ago, I think he threw 3 interceptions. Somebody in the chat can
Yes.
can correct me, but I think he threw 3 interceptions. Yesterday was another turnover, machine kind of game where he's fumbling, throwing interceptions. We just can't have that. I
Well,
need
the
him.
defense has one of the tackle too. They can't
Yeah,
even tackle.
don't get me wrong. It's not again, it's not all Daniel, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Our defense is not good enough. Our receiving core, whatever, offensive line, whatever you want to say, is not good enough for people or quarterbacks to be turning the ball over that many times. We can't afford it. So it makes things a whole lot worse. It puts our defense, our defense needs all the field that it can get to stop the other team from getting the end zone. If the other team's starting at the Giants' 30-yard line, it's like, well, hell, they're going to score a touchdown. But if we got them backed up, it gives our defense a better chance, obviously.
I know that Chase Edmonds, he ran for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a backup running back. I mean, that's what's frustrating. It's like, that's not even their number one. He looks like
the other guy was hurt.
Yeah, Johnson. He's looking like a Edmonds. What was it? The Chase was it Edmonds? Yeah, I think it was Edmonds. He's having
Edmonds, yeah.
He's having a
Edmonds and the other one guy is what's the
well, he was having a breakout game yesterday on the Giants. I mean, just
I
whatever
know.
he wanted.
He had over 100 I think 145 yards too. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
just
why the other quarterback didn't have to throw too much.
yeah. Oh,
And it was real crappy weather too. It was heavy down.
yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. When it's crappy weather, it's going to come down to who can run the ball, who can run the ball better.
Well,
and they were able to.
used Barkley
But Barkley had no offensive. He had no help from the offensive line yesterday.
No.
Now I will say this: Barkley was doing too much dancing east-west. He needs a little more
he
north.
has to go straight up the middle.
Yeah, he needs a little more north-south to his game. But
And then, like Brendan Jacobs used to do.
well, I wish we had a Brandon Jacobs on our team. Honestly,
Yeah, he's a big boy. Well, I like Barkley still. Barkley's great, but it's still up its line. We thought it was good this year, but
Yeah, well,
guess not.
Still,
Who's going to win tonight?
still.
It's the Patriots.
Who do I have tonight?
Yeah.
I got Jets plus 10 tonight.
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to beat the Patriots.
I think the Jets are going to keep it. I think it's going to be a really good game tonight. I really do.
Yeah, I think they're going to sack Brady about 6 times.
I think the Jets are going to keep it real close tonight.
Yeah, okay, I got a question to ask you, see if you know this.
Okay, hit me with it, Bobby.
Okay, which team knocked out the quarterback to get to Tom Brady? Do you remember what team it was?
Damn, trivia question time. So obviously,
Well,
Bledsoe was the quarterback.
Do
Was
you
it the-
remember that game?
Was it
when
the
he got
Jets?
knocked out?
Was it the Jets?
Yes, it was the Jets, yes. And do you remember who knocked them out?
Man, there's no way I could guess that one.
Well, the guy only had, his first name was 2 letters. It's one of the Three Stooges.
Well, who is it, Bobby? I don't know.
Mo Lewis.
Mo Lewis. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Wore number.
that's the guy
Did he
who
wear number
knocked out,
52?
Bledsoe to get to Brady.
I think he wore jersey number 52. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think you're right. 52. I think he did with 52.
Well, Bobby, I appreciate the call and thanks for a little trivia
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, how's your little one doing? She's doing good. She
She's
cried
not.
yesterday.
She's upset with the three game losing streak, Bobby.
Yeah, I know.
She literally. I mean, she gave me one of them
They gonna
looks.
beat Detroit?
I told her that we shouldn't be scared of Lions. So.
Well, they didn't look too good yesterday against Minnesota. They didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, Minnesota's really good.
Yeah, Minnesota's great. And do you think the Patriots are that good of a team? They're 6-0, big deal.
Yeah, I think the Saints.
They haven't played anybody good.
Yeah, I think the Saints are the best team in football right now.
Oh, the Saints. Oh, yeah. They took care of the Bears.
Yeah.
You have to see Josh.
I think
He
the
was
Saints.
kind of sad.
I think the Saints are the best. Well, thanks for the call,
Yeah.
Bobby. I appreciate it as always.
Oh yeah, I talk too much. I know that.
No, I'm not. I gotta get them all in tonight.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I
Talk
see
to
you,
you
man.
soon.
See you, Bobby. I like Bobby. I could just go all night with Bobby. Go all night long. What's going on, y'all? Scott Pizzle?
Hey, I was wondering if this is the airline service. I was checking to see what tickets to Miami cost right now. Because the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, okay? That's how this works right now, okay? 4-3 NFC East champs, book it right now. We're going to Super Bowl.
What's up, Cowboy TD?
You doing all right, man?
No, I'm not doing all right. My team's 2-5.
Listen.
You know how many?
Hard
Let me say, Cowboy TD. You know how many nights? You know how many sleepless nights there are that I don't. I say to myself, "You idiot! You came on YouTube in 07.
Yeah.
You made these wild claims. Somehow the Giants win the Super Bowl, beating the undefeated Patriots. Like, that's when, like, my YouTube channel should have stopped. Like, I should just quit. I should have retired.
Should have been like Strahan, man. You should have been like Strahan.
I know. I should have literally stopped. And here I am. Here I am years later. I'm a little fatter. I'm a little bit, worse for wear. And I'm sitting here with a 2-5 football team. Taking calls.
Taking phone calls, and hey, but you're getting responses, though.
Yeah, but
and I remember when you started, you hurt my feelings there because I stood up for you. And that was so weird. I thought because you were trying to trash talk. I was like, "Hey, man, I stood up for you, dude. All right, you want to call me out or something like that?" So that was fun back then.
Yeah, good times. I should have just called it a career after then.
You should have just bounced on exactly. So, but hey, it's a real question of how about the Cowboys?
Yeah, they dominated last night. They dominated.
Honestly, though, here's the thing about this season with Dallas, though, because it looks like we're the best of this bad division after 7 games. But right now with this roster, the thing about it is just making the playoffs isn't going to cut it anymore. Because Cowboys fans, look, we went 3 playoff wins since the Super Bowl, and honestly, we've gotten so jaded or so kind of hurt that if we just make it to the postseason, we're kind of okay, we did it, we're fine. That's not going to fly this season. And I don't know if this group, on paper they should, but I don't know if this group is going to be able to beat the Packers if they have to play them again, or the Saints, or this guy. And if that doesn't happen, I think you are going to see a lot of changes, though, in Dallas. But, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl right now. That's all that matters.
You don't know how bad I wanted just to. I honestly didn't care who won last night. It could have been your Cowboys. It could have been your Eagles. But I just wanted and because it was your Cowboys, it kind of made it better. But it was so I wanted so badly for the Giants to beat the Cardinals so that the Monday night game against the Cowboys, which is in 2 weeks, could really mean something. Yep. And if my Giants go and get their ass kicked in Detroit and go 2-6, what the heck does it even mean on that Monday night game?
Yeah, and that was the thing. Even because they were showing the Cardinals game here, that was our early game on Fox, and
right.
I was telling them, like, look, we need Arizona to just we need the Giants' hopes and whatever dreams they have crushed right now, because I don't believe in this Cowboys team enough to where we're going to have someone come up from behind us and catch us. I was like, just let this happen. And like you said, I watched the video. Yeah, you spot them 17 points. That's that's what. Well, it's like what Dallas did against the Jets the week before.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When I actually watched that Jets and Cowboys game.
Yeah.
In a bar in O'Charlie's.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very happy with what I was seeing.
Yeah.
I was thinking, wow, this Cowboys team.
Yeah.
They're not responding to anything Jason Garrett's saying. And I know the Eagles aren't that good. And I think my Giants, I think they're going to win against the Cardinals. I started to believe a little bit, TD, but now I lose the Cardinals. You guys look like you're just kumbaya down there with Jerry. And
with that, just awesome mac and cheese. I got to tell you something. The mac and cheese they serve in the media.
Oh yeah, you get to be in the media too. You get to be up there with.
Now I didn't go to the game. The other sports guy got to go to this game.
Oh, okay.
I went to the Giants game and I went to the Packers game. He got to go enjoy the rich people mac and cheese that with the breadcrumbs that Jerry serves us.
Okay.
But it's
Well, I mean, he's got to pay the light bill.
yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So I mean,
Stuff.
your belly, your stomach doesn't matter. The light bill does.
Exactly. That's right. That's exactly right.
We have to deviate the pie so that majority of the pie goes to making sure the lights are on, not people fed.
That's right. Did you guys enjoy that rich people chicken? We put a different kind of sauce on it this time. There's also like unlimited pop. It's just a Jerry really takes care of everybody. You know, it's just a great time for everybody. But no, I don't know. It's a weird season. I couldn't take. Here's the thing. Last week Dallas gets beat by the Jets. Saturday night, the Longhorns should have gotten beat by Kansas.
They should have lost by Kansas.
And I'm
21.5-point favorites.
Well, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, is this really going to happen? Am I going to have both my professional and college team get beat by bottom feeders within less than a week of each other? Like, I can't. That's why I needed. And there's a guy who works for Kansas, who went to Kansas, who works up here. I told him that I count that as a loss for Texas.
Oh yeah.
But I said, but that's why I needed Sunday. I needed Sunday just to come out, just destroy those guys. No matter, I don't know what Dallas is going to do the rest of this year, but for Sunday night, it was liberating for a little bit. So I'll definitely take it. But
it's frustrating.
But I don't know. So it's been fun though. So they're going to give Jones some time though in New York, but they're going to let him develop, or is this going to be a quick hook out there?
Man, I don't know. I think he probably will get at least 3 years to show something. And, you know, the thing about New York from just, you know, honestly, I feel like New York and their media puts way too much pressure on players, on all of their sports teams, all of them. I mean, even the Yankees, the Mets, the Knicks, you know, hell, probably their hockey players if they care. You know, It just seems like to me that they put way too much pressure. And I understand it's big city, you got to perform, all this and that. But, you know, seeing how other markets kind of treat their players and kind of a little bit more patient, it just kind of, to me, I sometimes think they shoot themselves in the foot and they don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett would not be a coach of a New York team for long.
Yeah.
But Jerry, to his credit, is very patient and sees something there. Now, I don't know if it's good or bad. Obviously, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to think that I know, but I don't really know because obviously he's got his back 110%.
Yeah, he does.
You know, and so, you know, it kind of, you kind of wonder how all that kind of pans out city by city.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't know down here, you know, we had some, with this part of that weather report you're always looking for, we had a lot of, you probably saw some tornadoes and stuff come through.
Yeah.
And we had some here in East Texas, but it also hit Dallas pretty hard as well. And what's been kind of funny, but also kind of follow it was, you know, we're an NBC station, so we carried the game. And I was sitting there just like, oh, please don't cut into this, because our phones would start lighting up, and just Cowboys fans just calling it cuts us out. So we didn't cut in during the game. We did a cut in beforehand, but the whole game got played.
Yeah.
NBC5 in Dallas did the same thing we did. They did some cut-ins during the commercials, but it's kind of funny how there were tornadoes in Dallas, but they're just like, listen, we get it, but if we do this, Cowboys fans are going to hate us. So the NBC5 showed the whole game while there's tornadoes going on and stuff. So that's Cowboys football for you in Texas.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
it's more important than a dadgum tornado.
That's right. Like, well, hey, I heard that. Yeah, there's a touchdown, a tornado touchdown in Richardson, but the Cowboys got a couple more touchdowns at AT&T Stadium. That's what I'm talking about. So that's kind of how that's off. So good times.
All right,
so we need that. So I'll let you get back to your followers and keep holding it down, and we'll see how the rest of the season pans out.
Thanks for the call, man.
All right, we'll see you, man.
See you,
All
man.
right, bye.
I like Cowboy TD. Old school trash talker. What's going on Cop Pizzle? What do you have to say tonight?
Listen, Cop.
You shouldn't have anything good to say. You shouldn't have anything.
Listen.
You should be sulking just as much as I am.
Just let me talk.
Well, that's the problem. You talk too much. But go ahead.
Cop is right? Okay. So I come on your little call-in show and rub it in your face that the Giants suck. You lose to the Arizona Cardinals, and Chase Edmonds was my last name, my real last name, runs all over you. I come, we and you have a love-hate relationship. And the love-hate relationship, and you can't tell me this is not, the love and hate relationship we have, we love each other because we're sports fans, but we hate each other because we're fans of different teams. So, with that being said, I do feel your pain today. I was a little bit depressed. I know you're depressed right now, Cop. And, Doug Peterson, I don't know what the hell Doug Peterson was doing. I don't know what the hell Jim Schwartz was doing. At this point, if it was up to me, I'd fire them all. Get Rex Ryan in here. I just, at this point, just fire all the corner, except for Jalen Mills, because he's the one who ever actually gave a shit. It hurts. It hurts. Now, if we lost to you guys, oh my God, I wouldn't live with myself. I would not live with myself. And honestly, Copizzle, this is probably the most mellow I'm gonna get. The most mellow. I haven't even talked about your crappy Giants yet. So, 2-4 now? 2-5?
2-5.
So, yeah, I mean, who knew that you guys were going to let Chase Edmonds, a backup running back, who has my last name, running all over you guys. That tells you something, Copizzle. That tells you, I'm done smoking about my Eagles. Now I get to trash talk your Giants, so that's what I came here for. I think that Daniel Jones has potential. The only thing about Daniel Jones is he holds the ball on too long. The offensive line isn't protecting him. He got hit, 16 times? So it's just like, man, Daniel Jones has some potential. Pat Shurmur needs to go. And even though I'm an Eagles fan, a diehard Eagles fan, I can see from the outside looking in that Pat Shurmur is a cancer to you guys, your guys' locker room. He's a cancer to your guys' playbook. And from the outside looking in, I think you guys should fire Pat Shurmur. If you had Eli Manning playing that game yesterday, I think you guys would have won that game. Now, of course, oh my God, how dare you say that? It's Daniel Jones. He's not Daniel Jones. Eli Manning, as far as technique and experience-wise, more experienced in technique and more, I won't say polished, but he is more polished than Daniel Jones. So, I mean, your Giants suck. The whole soliloquy is your Giants suck, my Eagles suck, Jim Schwartz, we need Rex Ryan in here, and Mike Rowe needs to go. Doug Peterson is gone limp. He was big Doug, and now he's limp. He's limp Peterson. So at this point, I came to bash your Giants because your Giants do suck. I'm surprised you haven't rebutted anything I said yet. So
I'm just letting you talk, girl.
yeah, okay, yeah. But I just think that Pat Shurmur, you guys, again from the outside looking in, yet. What other head coach, just saying, if they were to get rid of Pat Shurmur somehow, some way, some season, some year, whatever, what other head coach would you want to get?
I don't know. I can't think about shit like that.
What do you mean?
Are you done? Are you done with me?
What do you mean?
I don't even want to go there.
What do you mean?
I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I don't want to go there. I don't want to play woulda, coulda, shoulda. This ain't this. You want me to play hot take game, and I ain't playing hot take game.
For you, what has Pat Shurmur done for you? What has he done for you?
Nobody's defending Pat Shurmur over here, but I don't want to play. I don't want to play woulda, coulda, shoulda game. Where I'd really like to get this guy, and then we don't get this guy, and then my hopes and dreams get all crushed. And I get excited thinking, well, we're going to do this. Then we don't do this, and we keep them. I'm not going down that road. Why do you take me down that road? Why you're calling for Rex Ryan? You want Rex Ryan to be the defense coordinator? Like I wish. That means that Rex Ryan sucks. He stinks.
I would love Rex Ryan.
I would love Rex Ryan to be the defense coordinator too. He stinks.
But listen, no, but you're not listening to the question. You're thinking
I don't want to even take the. You're right. I don't want to take the question in because it's a silly question.
No, but you have listen. You have to because what if Pat Shurmur does continue calling trashy plays like he's been?
I don't love Pat Shurmur.
Listen.
I'm done listening to you. Now it's time for me to talk.
You're playing right into my point. You just said you don't want Pat Shurmur. Okay.
No, but that don't mean that I want to sit here and have a discussion of who I want the next coach to be.
Listen, you're playing right into my point, Coppers.
No, I ain't playing into shit.
Don't like you. Yes, you are. You said you don't like Pat Shurmur. So okay, what other head coach would you want? Had it to be, Pat Shurmur had to go. I'm not saying that it will happen it's going to happen in the near future. I'm saying predictability, future-wise. What head coach would you want?
I want Jesus.
You're thinking I'm telling you. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, I don't want
You don't know what I'm thinking. You don't get to say, I know what you're thinking. No, you don't know what I'm thinking. I sure as hell ain't thinking about the next coach.
As far as the question's concerned, I do.
No.
Because you're thinking, I don't want to go down that far. You know what I'm saying? It is, you don't want to see life after.
Okay, listen,
I get it.
Miss Edmonds.
I get it.
Miss Edmonds.
He's turning Daniel Jones into Eli Manning.
Miss
I'm
Edmonds.
just telling you that now.
Miss Edmonds.
He's turning Daniel Jones into Eli Manning.
Okay, thank you for telling me about my New York Giants team. Miss Edmonds, we are done for the night. You have brought the electricity once again. You have done all that you can, but you and I, for the night, are done.
Okay, first of all, so why are we done? Why are we done?
You've done nothing wrong. You've asked a question that I don't want to answer. I don't want to go down that road. And
but why can't you just answer?
Listen, here's what I need you to do.
You're such a diehard Giants fan.
Well, no, that don't. Just because I'm a diehard Giants fan doesn't mean I have to sit here and think about who the next quarterback, who the next coach is going to be.
Fan, right?
Yeah, but that don't mean I'm going to sit here and make a list and count it twice and hope Santa Claus brings it to me in fucking Christmas. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to watch, do what I got to do. When it happens, it happens. I'll let it naturally happen. I got news for you. I'm not into the hot take shit.
Oh God! I mean, all I'm saying is, Miss Edmonds.
Listen. All I'm saying is, you and I are done. Okay, I'll think about it. Thanks for the call.
Just think about it, right?
Okay, I'll think about it.
Just think about it, right?
I know she's gonna fucking call, and I'm not happy about it. What's going on here with Cop Pizzle?
Hey, Pizzle. My name's J-Man. How you doing? All right tonight?
J-Man, what's up, man?
What's going on? I'm not calling in the gloat or anything like that. I am a Cowboys fan, but I just want to call and tell you, even though you're a Giants fan, you're still one of the most entertaining YouTubers. I love the videos after you guys lost.
So
Well,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because that's how I get after Mike loses. I want to punch the TV screen and everything.
Do you
Like,
watch
feel
any?
your pain.
Do you watch any other YouTubers?
I watch Mark Holmes. I watch Philly. I kind of watch all the NFC Easters. I don't know anybody who does Washington, so I do Philly 500, Cop Pizzle, you obviously, and Mark Holmes.
How did you find me? Did you find me through them, or did I turn you on to them? How did you find me?
So I was with Mark Holmes for obviously a while, and then it just in the recommendations you came up when I was just looking through NFC East stuff, and then that's how I found Philly 500. I found you first, then I found Philly 500.
Okay, well, appreciate it, Jay, man. What do you got? You just want to tell me about the channel, or do you got a question, or what's up?
Yeah, do you really? I know a few videos back you were actually like really thinking that Daniel Jones was, the next coming. I'm not, rubbing that in or anything. Do you feel that same way now, or?
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is going to be really good. I think he's going to be good. There's no question about it. But let's be fair here. Every good quarterback in the National Football League that's a finished product has to have some type of coaching along the way, right? He can't get there by himself. So he can get to the, he can get to the dance, but, can he actually dance? That's the question. I think he's shown ability to be a good. I love his mindset, first of all, especially being in New York.
Correct.
Like his mindset. Like Baker Mayfield would not be able to work in New York, for example. He wouldn't work.
Oh no.
There's no way he would be able to work. It's just the media would just eat him alive. Daniel Jones can handle that aspect of what's going on, so that's a good thing. I think he's got the tools. I think he's got the talent. I think that if he, let's say he tore his ACL or blew his knee out like Carson Wentz did, I think it would change his game. He might not have the mobility anymore, which I think is a big part of. It's going to be a big part of his game going forward. I think he's really good. Now, I don't know if I made him out to be the second coming or anything. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I love the pick. I still love the pick. I think I'm happy that he's on the team. I'm just concerned that our current coaching staff is going to affect him in a negative way, not in a positive way.
I think you're correct.
There are plenty of quarterbacks who went to or played at a certain location and it didn't work out there, but when they went to another location, they became a much better player. Drew Brees is a great example of that, where he was just okay in San Diego. He goes to New Orleans. He ends up being one of the best quarterbacks probably in league history. The Giants had one, Kerry Collins, who, granted he had an alcohol problem when he was in Carolina, but he comes to New York and he was a great quarterback for us. There's just tons of examples of quarterbacks going from one place to the other because I think coaching staff and situations are better, and I'm just concerned that our situation that we have in place may not be a good thing for Daniel. Only time will tell.
No, I think you're absolutely right. 'Cause I like when the NFC East is very competitive. I like
absolutely.
Good. It's more interesting. It's fun. And when I watch the game, I see the coaching staff hurting Daniel Jones, and that's just my opinion. But they have shaped Saquon. I know I'm a Zeke fan, but I think Saquon's right there, one or two, whatever, give or take. I think they need to get a couple more receivers around him, and they I don't know. I think they might need to get a specialty quarterbacks coach just to coach him up, but they throw him in a bad situation. I think with starting Eli this year, they waited a little too long, in my opinion. I think. I think if they were going to go with him, they should have with him maybe a game before or two before.
Well, I mean, looking back at the whole situation, I kind of wish they would have just let Eli. They wouldn't even played the Eli game at all this year.
Yeah, I mean that's what do they call it? Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, I mean, now looking back, if we're just gonna if Eli was only going to get 2 games, and Daniel Jones is going to get the rest of the season, to me. It's kind of a mess up that they even brought Eli back. But the thing with Gettleman, our general manager, he has kind of played. He has tried something, and when it doesn't seem to be working, he'll make a move. He'll make a change quickly. when he first got here, he tried to go make a run at it and realized halfway through the season that we needed to break this thing down and start rebuilding. Then everybody started getting traded. Some Giant fans believe that they're going to start doing a bunch of trades now, and it's not the same situation, so it's not going to happen.
No, and sometimes adding players in the middle of the year doesn't always work. It's sometimes a waste. Sometimes a waste of money.
Yeah, I mean, I just
if you're like one piece away from the Super Bowl or something like that, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm suggesting more so that I'm suggesting there are Giant fans right now that believe the Giants should be in sell mode, not buy mode. But
I got you.
But from a sell mode standpoint, they're really not in a position to sell anything because they don't really have anything to sell. I mean,
the only person is Saquon, and I don't think you.
I think the only person probably is. I think they got a couple pieces, but they're not sellable. They're just not. Nobody's gonna take those in. But yeah, I mean it's just a tough situation to be a Giants fan right now because I think we're headed in the right direction, but from a player standpoint. But I'm very concerned about the coaching staff at the moment, and I'm one of these people that I do not. I kind of. I like organizations like the Pittsburgh Steelers are a prime example. The Cowboys are starting to become this of an organization that just sticks with a coach and just has an identity and figures it out. Sometimes I think some of these organizations get too, they quit too early on coaches, and they
take a while to install philosophy.
It takes a long time.
Yeah,
philosophy, and so that's the thing. Like I respect organizations that do that. Because it's easy just to fire somebody and then just get somebody else. But that doesn't mean that it's going to fix anything.
That doesn't mean the players are going to buy into what they're selling.
Exactly.
Then you have to trade more players to get other players that buy into that philosophy.
Exactly.
That doesn't always work.
Yeah, it doesn't always work. So it's to me, I think time. There's some occasions where new coaches come in and new blood is infused them. Prime example was the Rams. They got a new coach. He showed up and good things started happening. There's other scenarios, but at the same time, I kind of like to see teams stick with the coach and kind of just figure it out through personnel. But I don't know, man. I got weird trust issues now with our current coaching staff.
Yeah, I feel. I'll let you go. I know you want to get some other calls, and I appreciate you taking my call. But I know you don't, down still in NFTs, but I know you like watching us stomp those Eagles faces.
Well, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind.
I know you weren't cheering for us.
I wasn't cheering. I was just kind of like I was just watching the game sad, but it was just I knew one of you guys had to go down, and if you're gonna go down, might as well one of them take an ass whooping.
Yeah, right.
So,
all right.
I appreciate the support, Jay, man.
Taking my call.
Thanks, man. See you. Jets plus 10, Roy. By the way, I see everybody's comments and saying hello. I'm just trying to, talking to people. So, hello to everybody in the chat. I much love here. Appreciate J-Man's call. That was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool how he kind of talked about how he found my channel and he was with, watching Mark Holmes and he found Philly 500. And to me, that's what it's all about, man. Finding, a few core people to watch and watching these people. Some people say collabing. Everybody likes people that collab. But to me, if you're doing some trash talking with somebody and they're responding to that, that's collabing also. So there's a good, there's a fake way to collab, in my opinion, and then a real way to collab. And I think a lot of times we see a lot of fake collabing, and the real collabing is what I'm kind of after. Because you can't tell me a Giants fan and a Cowboys fan collab and are going to play nice about, oh, I hope your team does good, and oh yeah, I hope your team does good. No, the real collabing is, let me tell you what I really think about your team. You tell me what I think, and then we go at it a little bit. What's going on here with Cop Pizzle?
How you doing?
What's up? Who is this?
This is Larry, your neighbor.
Oh, here go Larry. What's up, man?
Hey, did you bet that 48 and under on that Cowboys and Eagles game?
Come on, Cop.
It was 37-10, wasn't it?
Do what?
It was. The final score was 37-10, right?
Yeah.
It hit right. It was real close, wasn't it, Larry?
Yep.
So what do you got? Is that all you?
Hey.
It was.
I want to bring my cousin to meet you.
Oh, you want to? What's your cousin got for me?
My cousin played in the NFL for 8 years.
Oh, really? Who's your cousin?
He's number 98. He blocked the field goal in the Super Bowl.
Well, damn, Larry. There's been like 50 plus Super Bowls.
Shane Burton.
Who?
Shane Burton.
Shane Burton.
Yep. He played for Miami. He played for Chicago. In his last year, final season, he played for Carolina Panthers.
Okay, so what are you telling me that? Are you telling me that Shane Burton is going to tell me that it's rigged?
No, it's just some stuff I can't say on the phone that I would like to show you,
Okay.
and it will blow your mind.
Oh, it would. Well, can you give me like a small example?
Well, he's got some of his old contracts, put it that way.
Well, I don't know what does that mean though, Larry?
He's got some of his old copies of his contract where he signed with some teams, and you wouldn't believe the stuff that's in the contract will blow your mind.
Well,
but
give
I
me
ain't
one
gonna say it.
example, Larry. You got to give me one example.
I can't do it on the phone. I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble.
Okay. Did he make good money on those contracts, Larry?
Yeah, he made be a defense lineman.
I'd say
Look him
so.
up. You can look him up. I can tell you the high school he went to and everything.
Okay. Well, you ain't got to do that, Larry.
I ain't bullshitting you. I'm just trying to wake people up, man. And
Okay.
that last video you made when the Giants lost, I was laughing my head off.
You didn't like that, did you, Larry? You think I took it probably?
You getting tore up over a team that don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn.
No, well, okay, Larry. That's not fair to say that.
Okay, they just worry about all the money you spending on that gear.
No, Larry, I get that. I understand what you're saying, that nobody care, like they don't have, like none of the players care about what I may have to say or anybody like that. But what does it matter to me that they care what I have to say? What does it matter to me?
Well,
Why should I care? Why should I care?
Well, because you're wasting your time. Let me tell you something.
Well, why is it wasting your time, Larry? You only have so much time on this earth. If I want to spend it, well, okay, give me something. What should I be going? Instead of watching the game, should I went fishing or something?
Hey, I want to make you a rich man.
Okay, Larry, if you want to make me a rich man, give me another
I'm not
pick.
really a rich man. I just want you. I want to show you that I can make you some money if you would. I can't do it on here by gambling because I don't want a lot of people to know.
Okay.
But I could, over and unders, I can win you some money every week. I mean, I just won $1,000 this week.
Okay, Larry, can you give me and all of my viewers another Larry's Lock of the Week?
No, you don't believe nothing I'm telling you.
No, Larry, I'm buying into what you're selling me. You said Cowboys under 48. It hit. All I'm saying, Larry, give us another pick. I mean, my people are hungry.
Hey, did you bet the 48 and under?
Larry.
You did.
No.
You didn't, because you said, how about if I go to Best Buy and ask old Joe if I want to buy a 55-inch TV, he's just going to tell me do it, like that.
Larry, you proved you were right. Okay, you gave me an example. Now it's time for you to give the people the Larry's Game of the Week. Pick of the week, lock of the week, hammer of the week, whatever you want to call it.
You won't bet it.
Larry, I'll bet it if you tell me what it is.
Give me a game. Give me a game.
No, Larry, you have to give me the game. Larry, I have a pen and pad. I have a pen and piece of paper right here ready for your lock of the week. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Larry.
It's too early, Carl.
No, you gave me one last Monday. What do you mean? Look, I'm probably going to make. Listen to this, Larry. This will be good stuff. I'm obviously going to make. This little team that I represent and that I root for. I usually make like a video in the middle of the week. It's kind of trash talk, but it's kind of like just me having a good time on YouTube. You get what I mean? Blowing off some steam. So I'm probably going to make a video, Larry, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have, if you give me your lock of the week, I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to post it, and it's going to be behind me somewhere so that all of my viewers know what Larry's lock of the week is.
It's too early.
What do you mean, Larry? You gave it to me last Monday.
I gave you that last week on a Monday.
Okay. Well, that's what today is. Today's Monday.
Yes, but I ain't looked at no games. I hadn't talked to nobody yet. I'm telling you, all this shit is all about numbers.
Okay, Larry. Okay.
The Freemasons is running this deal, man.
Who?
Y'all don't understand.
Who's running it?
The Freemasons. They running everything.
Who's Freemasons?
Well, look it up, Freemasons.
Okay. Well, tell me a little something about them.
I can't go in that detail. Hey, look, I like the video. Hey, I need your help on something.
What?
I need to get a hold of this damn Rocket guy up in Philly, and I can't get a hold of him.
E-Rock.
Yeah, Rocket? He go by Rocket?
No, it's E-Rock.
E-Rock?
E-Rock.
I need to talk to sense. That damn boy got a problem. He's got some big problems. I need to talk to him. How can I get a hold of him? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Larry.
Hey, listen, you're going to be some good buddies. Because you know why? I got a feeling if you stay with me and talk to me a little bit, I'm going to make you some money.
Are you from West Virginia, Larry?
No, I'm not from West Virginia.
North Carolina?
I'm not from North Carolina.
Kentucky?
I'm down here in Alabama.
Okay. What part of Alabama?
I'm your neighbor, right underneath Tennessee.
What part of Alabama?
Jackson, you ever
Jacksonville State. Was you in Talladega last weekend?
No, I don't go to that bullshit.
Okay, well that's not nice, but
I
okay.
don't go racing no more since the early '90s.
Okay,
They
okay,
go
Larry.
around in circles.
All right, Larry. Well,
I need this too.
what do you want to mess with E-Rock for?
E-Rock, he's got problems. That boy's got problems.
What he do?
He's just got him and them that Eagle shit. I need to talk some sense into him. He gets too excited, man. You hear me?
But listen, Larry. Look, E-Rock and I are a little bit similar. Okay.
You can look up my cousin for real.
Larry, I'm gonna look up your cousin. But listen.
He played Super Bowl, first Super Bowl Carolina went to.
Okay, Larry, listen. There's nothing wrong with liking a team and being a little bit passionate about it, Larry. And I know you, being in Alabama, knowing where you are, there ain't shit to do. You ain't got nothing else but to do but watch football.
Well, I don't watch it though. Hoping I don't have a team. I watch it.
Well, it's because you live in Alabama, Larry. There's nothing in Alabama but Alabama football.
I know it's a big football town. State, whatever you want to call it. You still there?
Did you? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm not letting you go, Larry.
How's your daughter and kids? Your wife doing?
She's doing. They're doing good.
That's good. That's good. I was hoping you'll bet that 48 and under. That way you can take one by mistake. But see, you didn't have faith in me. You thought I was just a dumbass Collins. But I can give you winning numbers every week.
Well, I'm looking for one this week, Larry. Do you want to give me one?
Give me a team. Give me a team right off your head.
Carolina Panthers.
You got the laptop in front of you. Pick.
I said Carolina Panthers.
Who they playing?
San Francisco.
Yeah. What's the over and under?
41.5, Larry.
41.5. Oh, hell, you're going to have to bet over that.
Okay, so that's going to be your lock of the week.
Yes. Over 41.5.
Okay.
See, at half point. Now listen to me. See, there they go. The half point. You got to remember that shit.
Okay.
You got it written down?
I'm writing it down right now, Larry.
You write it down, old cock. You write it down, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna write it down, and I promise you, I promise you, Larry, that this is gonna. There's gonna be a. There's gonna be a. There's gonna be a little thing. There's gonna be a little. I'm gonna have something.
Hey, if you write it down and bet the over.
Yeah, I got it over.
You go, and if you win, when do you come back on here live? Is it every Monday night?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll be here next Monday night, Larry.
What time you come on?
Well, about your time, about 6:30.
About 6:30. Well, damn, call. It's 8:30 right now, buddy.
Oh, were you on Eastern time zone?
Well, I mean, on your time is 8:30. Mine's 7:30.
No, I'm 7:30 right now.
Yeah, we are both the same then. Hell, I don't know what time it is. You still there?
You ain't from Alabama.
I'm Alabama.
You ain't Alabama. You ain't
I'm
in Alabama.
Alabama. I'm sure the hell ain't no damn Yankee.
You ain't.
God, if you don't know the truth, I ain't bullshit. I'm from North Carolina.
I know you are, Larry. I know a North Carolina boy when I hear one.
I'm from North Carolina. I'm just right over that damn ridge from you, buddy.
You over there in the Cherokee Mountains? Where you at?
My family is actually from Elizabeth, Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know where Elizabeth at?
Yeah, I know Elizabeth at.
That's where they at. So you need to bet that now.
Okay, Larry, I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna lock of the week. Panthers 49ers over 41.5.
You done pissed me off.
Why, Larry? I didn't do nothing to you.
You talked like a big king bad man last week. Talk about, well, I'm gonna bet that 48 and under. If I don't win, I'm gonna be mean to even bet it. You thought old Larry's full of shit. Because he hadn't cut his grass.
Larry, every man needs to be proven wrong once in his life. So I appreciate you doing that for me.
Listen, if you bet the over on the Carolina game,
I got it, Larry. I wrote it down.
if you win,
Okay.
if I'm gonna put if in there, but you're gonna win. Don't worry about that. You're gonna win.
Okay.
You want me to call you back Monday?
Yeah. Call me, Larry, because I'll have something for you.
What about all you other fans? They want me to call back. I'd be glad to call. I love every one of you. I'm just trying to wake people up and realize what the hell's going on here.
Larry, I appreciate you giving us a tap on the shoulder and waking us up because all of us have been sleeping for too long.
And by the way, when you can get over here and cut my grass?
Larry,
It don't need one more cut. The cold's coming in, buddy.
Larry, you don't want me cutting your grass, son. It ain't gonna look pretty. Pizzle gets a little bit. It ain't good.
I don't want a D-turn mower. I want a push mower. Push mower makes it look better.
Yeah, but see, I when I do that, it gets a little bit. You just don't want
Larry,
that,
you
Larry.
just do me a favor too. You need to take that shit off just at least one time.
What, the giant shit?
Yes, it makes me sick. Hell, I think you'll look better with a star.
Oh hell! All right, Larry. Now you done lost me, Larry. You done lost me.
What you thought about that game last night? Didn't I tell you I was laughing my head off? My other half over here laughing said, "What if old Cock wanna bet that 48 under?" I say, "Hell no, because he think old Larry's a dumbass."
Did you drink any moonshine before you called me?
Larry, I drink about every night. Larry drinks about every night.
I think
I
almost.
I ain't got good service over here.
No, I got you, Larry. You're good. You're good.
I drink about every night. Everything be all right. I got to get my numbers, and I got to bet on a couple games.
What do you drink? What do you drink, Larry? What do you drink?
Oh, it all depends on what you want. I like the old red wine.
Oh well, you fancy then.
Yeah, I like wine.
You don't like beer?
There's some white stuff running around over here. You get out. You ever heard of Wilkesboro, North Carolina?
Yeah, I heard of Wilkesboro.
That's what I'm drinking in.
Okay.
But I just thought I'd call in. I was going through my little old TV. Hey, I got me a new TV, Cop. I got me a new TV, fine.
Well, I mean, you should have if you hit the under last night.
Yeah, Yeah, hey, I got me a flat screen.
Okay, Larry.
It's a nice one too.
I believe you, brother.
Yeah, it's like a 16, 18-inch flat screen.
Yeah, you definitely moving up, Larry. You definitely moving up on the east side.
Yes, this is the second one I own. The other one was a little bit small.
Okay.
I had it in my camper, but now I'm up to, I think it's a 17.
Okay. Well, look, you can, Larry. You come camp at my house anytime you want to.
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
Drive your camper over here, and we'll cook up some hot dogs and hamburgers, and we'll talk about life.
Well, I don't know where. Yeah, I know you in Tennessee down there, but I don't know where down there.
Well, that's for like I can't give out those terms just yet, Larry.
Right. Well, I'd like to get. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I would love to somehow talk to you because there's a lot of people listening right now.
Yeah.
And I could believe you. I need to bring my cousin. I told my cousin about it. As a matter of fact, he's watching right now. I bet you he's watching, and he's laughing his head off.
So your cousin who lost in the Super Bowl, allegedly.
He went to college, Tennessee, played Tennessee Mountaineers. Look it up, Shane Burton.
It wasn't Tennessee; it was West Virginia Mountaineers.
Well, whatever Tennessee is, damn it.
No, it's Tennessee Volunteers.
The what?
It's Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, volunteer. Yeah, he played for all the hell. I don't know. I didn't keep up with him that much. All I know is he's a big boy.
Okay, well.
But now we talk at least about once a week, twice a week.
Okay, well, I'm glad you guys are watching.
He lives in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm glad you guys are watching Cop Pizzle.
Yeah, we were. I've been telling him I'm trying not to sense into him. He's laughing.
Okay.
He told me not to be saying certain things he showed me, and I'm like, that's why I want you. We need to go meet him to show him because he thinks I'm crazy.
You bring his big ass on over to me, and he can talk some sense into me.
Well, you can look him up. I'm not bullshit.
I ain't, but Larry, you gave me a pick last week. It hit on the nose. I got your other pick here. I'm not saying you're bullshitting. You proved me right. You proved yourself right last week. You know,
when you hit this week with that Carolina game,
okay.
When you come live Monday, leave your line open where I can get through.
Okay, I'll do what I can, Larry.
Well, I appreciate it, Cotton. I'm going to let you off here, Cotton. I love you and your daughter and your wife, and I hope you have a good day, buddy.
I'm glad somebody does, because I don't know if I love them much more anymore.
Well, because you got your mind on them damn Giants. Yeah.
All right, Larry. I'll let you later.
All right, see you, buddy.
See you, man. I just don't know where else you're getting this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Call went long, but I just don't know where else you guys are getting this kind of stuff. I just don't get it. I bring you Larry, the conspiracy theory, who's giving you Panthers 49ers over 41.5. What's going on, young Cop Pizzle?
Hey, Capizo. How you doing?
What's
That's
up?
Man Hart from Jersey.
Yeah, what's up, man?
How you doing? I just wanted to ask, what is it about this cover two that the Giants can't seem to beat? The soft cover two that Patrick Peterson came out and said they seen that was Daniel Jones' weakness in the film study that New England gave him problems with too.
Well, here's the thing: is that every young quarterback has to, they're going to have success, and then, let's say he has success against Tampa Bay, for example, right? Well, clearly somebody else threw him a curveball to see if he could handle that, and right now he's got to figure that out. I don't think it's one thing that you or I can answer. It comes down to just.
But you're missing a part because that was Eli's death sentence too. So I'm saying, what is it about the Giants lately, past 5-6 years or so, that off cover two with stunts up front give them so much issues?
Well, the stunts I think is an offensive line issue.
Right.
Willie, for example, Willie Hernandez was getting eat up alive last year on stunts. But they've done a little bit better job with that this year, but obviously it's still a problem. So that to me is the offensive line issue. The other issue to me, as far as the cover two thing goes, is I still think there's some issues with the receivers and Daniel Jones being on the same page. you got to remember Golden Tate's only been with him now for a couple games, a few games, and then Darius Slayton, who is obviously a rookie receiver who I really like, is now just really starting to figure it out. I mean, usually rookie receivers struggle. Evan Ingram, to beat that cover 2, usually a tight end is what helps beat that.
Now you're getting to what I wanted to talk about.
And Evan Ingram had some big drops yesterday. I mean, everybody knows that in cover 2, the middle of the field is supposed to be wide open. But nothing's happening. We're not getting any kind of big plays out of that. And at the same time, I mean, it seems like for the last couple of years, the knock was just keep everything in front of Eli. He can't. He's not. You're not worried.
Which cover 2 does.
Yeah, you're keeping everything in front. He's not going to beat you with the deep ball because everybody said that his arm was shot. Well, now Daniel Jones are basically just keeping everything in front and seeing if he'll make a mistake. Or, another thing too is if you think about it, if the offensive line's not playing good, you can keep everybody back and hope that your front 4 gets to the quarterback.
Right.
And if they do, then with everybody back, it makes it almost impossible. If you think about it. But, I mean, if you had explosive receivers who could stretch the field, then they're not able to keep everything in front of them. So,
Okay.
I don't think it's just a QB issue. I think it's a whole personnel issue.
No, I was going along with personnel, like an Evan Ingram inconsistency issue, or a lack of big body receiver issue, or it's the Sherman's offense.
Oh, I mean, I think it's a big. I would love. One thing I thought that Gettleman would go get in the offseason was a big-bodied receiver.
That has to be a next year with that money, like AJ Green or the draft, somebody.
A lot of people kept talking about, like, how could you let OBJ go? And to me, it didn't matter because OBJ's technically kind of a smaller receiver.
Yes.
And
he can just elevate. But
yeah, he can elevate, but we need a big body guy.
Right.
If you think about it, I mean, even our tight end, Evan Ingram's not really a big body guy.
Right.
He's kind of like an athletic. He's almost kind of just a poor man's receiver, if you think about it. So,
yeah, pretty much.
To me, that's the one thing our personnel has lacked is a big body guy to be able to make plays. A Plaxico Burress, for example, if we're keeping it in-house, talking about the Giants, a Plaxico Burress was always nice to have. Even back in the day, Amani Toomer, not a huge body, but pretty big. We miss those days big time. I mean, Jeremy Shockey was a much bigger target than I think Evan Ingram is.
Even I seen Hakeem Nicks in person. He wasn't the tallest, but he was a kind of a big muscular guy.
Very
190, 200
he seemed
was kind of strong.
Yeah, he seemed very strong. Very strong.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think we have those guys. I mean,
No.
I love Sterling Shepard. But it don't seem like he plays strong. For example, Golden Tate's a smaller receiver. Darius Slayton, looks like he needs to put on some muscle.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer on that. I think there's a lot of moving parts as far as that goes, but it's definitely frustrating when the book is kind of starting to get out on Daniel Jones and he's not making adjustments to that.
But then we go, is it Daniel Jones or is that our offense? You just said personnel.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Eli
looked the same.
Yeah, the West Coast offense is kind of a 15 yards and in kind of deal.
Right.
It's meant to be quick, get the ball quickly out of your hands kind of deal. Being able to have some mobility, but it's never really. I mean, it's really not kind of. I mean, if you think about it, like Joe Montana was great at running the.
Well, back in the day, the cover 2 was kind of the West Coast's enemy. Like it was said that Bill Walsh spent most of their time trying to figure out how to beat it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, if you think about it, it makes total sense for it to beat the West Coast offense. Keep everybody in front. You don't have to worry about the deep ball. But the thing about it is the Giants really got to get to running the football better. Like that's
because that's what you do against. against cover two?
We had
I was
no.
just about to say. I was just about to say it's not like we're the only West Coast team in the league. You know,
Yeah, well, we
West
had
Coast teams
no-
don't struggle with cover two. The Niners are doing just fine.
We had no running game the last 2 weeks, and then this week we have Saquon back, who's not 100%, but he's not getting a lot of help either. So we have no for the last 3 weeks we've had no running game at all.
Right.
And to me that's a big problem. Big problem.
Now I might have. This is my last question. I'm gonna go. I might have missed it. What was your thoughts on the 3rd and 18 call? Because when I went back and looked, I think one of the guards didn't pick up a block. I think he would have got real close to making it 3rd and short. with
Well,
that
I
play
have no
call.
problem.
How much have you been burying him?
I have no
seen it.
problem that they ran a draw on 3rd and 18 because it's kind of a giveaway situation, anyways. But if you're telling me that you're going to go for it on 4th down, we have to pick up more yardage on 3rd and 18 so that 4th down can at least have some chance. You know, to me, like, it didn't make any sense. If you're going to run a draw play and it only gets 3 yards, well, then you have to punt. You still have 2 timeouts. I believe they still had 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. To me, it just looks silly for them to go for it on 4th and 15. You know, when you didn't get that many yards on the 3rd down. I don't care about the play call. It's just whatever play call you make, you better make sure that you have the ability to go for it on 4th down if that's what you're going to do.
Okay.
So it's just, I was very frustrated with that. To me, that was silly, a silly 2 plays from Pat Shermer on calling those. Very silly. Very frustrating.
I won't hold up your lines. I could go on and on, man. I got a bunch more questions, but
Hey, man, I appreciate the call and I appreciate the support.
all right, man.
Thanks, man. All right, taking probably like 1 or 2 more callers. We'll shut it down for the night. Just, you know, it's very frustrating because I don't think there's a right or wrong answer right now on how to fix the Giants. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I know who that is. That is her, and I'm not doing it. You almost got Pizzle?
God,
I'm not doing it with you.
listen to me. Y'all crack me up. Y'all sitting in there figuring out why these players dropping these balls and why these players ain't tackling. Did they get paid to do what they told, buddy?
Larry.
Y'all cracking me up over here. Hell, I'm over here about half drunk. Then y'all talking about why this player dropped a ball because he got damn told to drop that damn ball.
Larry, I
You
gotta
get
take.
me?
Larry, I gotta take other calls.
I'll call you next Monday, buddy. I love you. See you. Bye.
Thanks, man. I like Larry. I really do. I like him. You're on with Cop Pistol.
Hey, how you doing, Kyle Pizzle?
What's up, man?
This animal 201 man calling.
What's up, brother?
Hey man, we're in a predicament where we need to just go down there, man, and kidnap Shermer and just have him disappear, just like it happened on Pet Detective, and maybe somebody else will come help us, man. Do you know, Pizzle, the last good quarterback coach we had was Parcells, real good.
You didn't think Tom Coughlin was real good?
Say again?
You didn't think Tom Coughlin was really good?
I think he was good, but I don't think he was great. And
I mean, he won
his
2 Super
old
Bowls.
style, I think, was good, and I think that, us going to Super Bowl was real good. We wouldn't have got it without Coughlin being our coach, but I just don't think we had a great coach yet in a while. Maybe it's our organization, because we have some great players, but we just seem to stink at the wrong time, all the time, for a long time, Pizzle.
I know, man. The
You know,
McAdoo thing
and
was.
I'm saying this. I had to keep my composure because I was about to get on the phone and yell. How you yell right after the game. And I was like, this is my boy. I said I could do it. But, you know, it's just the utilization of the players. Like, man, I'm gonna just ask you a question.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. When you saw my post game video, did you just want to be like, I just wish I could give him a hug right now?
Man, I think we both needed a hug.
I needed a
Without
hug.
the little hair I had left.
I needed a hug, man. Go ahead with your question.
Did you? Both of us did.
I needed a hug.
I was going to go fishing, and so I said, man, hey, you're a fan. Don't do it. Don't watch on screen. And it got to the point where it made me feel like I should have went fishing. Because I had a feeling something like this was going to happen, Fizzle.
I know, man. I know.
I was hoping it didn't, you know, but it happened.
I know. I know.
We got sacked 8 times.
I know by the Arizona Cardinals.
By the Cardinals, man.
Yeah.
By the Cardinals. I'm talking about, like, I just looked at the game, and I'm going to tell you the truth, man. If I had your number, I would have called you, Pistol, and you would have thought I was you, bro. You would have thought I was you. You'd have been like, what in the hell? Am I talking to someone? I would have been in there saying the same thing you was saying.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell? And, I mean, I felt good, and then we was catfished.
Yeah. Oh, we were catfished. You're right. We were catfished hard.
Man.
We were catfished hard, man. I feel like going into this game, we were a little bit catfished.
We were, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're not supposed to be, or we shouldn't have been catfished, or felt that way. But it is what it is, and this is how it's been. Because I mean, last week when we spoke, I was excited, man, for this week.
I was too.
I was excited, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I hit Fizzle this week because I said, man. We're going to have something actually positive to say again besides that Tampa Bay game.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go again, and then we play Detroit next week.
I know. And then, you know, Detroit looks like a pretty good team.
They do, especially offensively. You know.
Yeah.
But,
and that's the thing. And what stinks is if you lose to Detroit, you're sitting at 2-6.
yes.
Which is brutal. Brutal. So brutal.
Oh, boy. That's something we definitely do not want to see. I know I don't.
No. I know, man. It's rough.
But it's rough, man. It's rough. I mean, but I'm still excited when the game come on. I'll be excited to watch it. But at the end of the game lately, it's just been horrific.
Yeah.
I looked at my lady. She looking all sexy. I went outside. I was like, I don't even want to look at nothing sexy. I just want to go outside and I was hoping it was going to rain because I felt like that's exactly what I needed. Some rain on my face and just sit there. And I know Baby Doll probably was over there like, baby, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Man.
What's funny is I told her so we didn't get really into an argument, but she stopped my video before I was done. But she thought I was done. And so I said, I still got more to say. And she goes, I thought you were done. I said, no, I wasn't. But I didn't want to do the video again. It was going to be fake if I did. So I just kept it.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'll shut it down there. It's fine, whatever. And I still had a little bit more to say, but I was like, I wasn't done. And she was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were. And I was just like, no, I was going 15 minutes there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it just it don't feel any better today at all. And I thought, I was hopeful that we would be 3-4, and then obviously the Eagles lost, we'd be tied with them, and the Cowboys were just going to be 4-3, and it's just and now the Cowboys already beat us.
Yes,
So
they did.
the fact is they're 2 games better plus a win over us. So.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just forever. They feel like they're so far away. And now we've got to go up and somehow beat Detroit, and I can't believe I'm saying that because we should be a better football team than Detroit, but it doesn't seem like we are right now.
And you know what, Pizzle? I really believe, and I think you believe it as well. But you know that word that they say, show and tell, or prove what it is that you're showing.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything to show what it is we know. I know we got a team that can play. And I do. I feel like another player could come, another coach could come and turn it around. Like we really have what we have in, within the players. But I just feel like it got to a point where that's my feelings. I'm in my feelings now.
Well,
And I want to change. And yes, I'm tired of.
It seemed like after the Tampa Bay game, there was some excitement.
Right.
Maybe Daniel Jones coming in, and there was some excitement there. Now, all of a sudden, it doesn't seem like there's any excitement. And to me, there's no energy. Yesterday, I saw no energy, and that's what I'm worried about. And it's like, I need to at least see some energy, that they're giving their best effort. And I just don't feel like the Giants gave their best effort yesterday.
I don't think so either.
And the Cardinals took advantage of it and won the game. Now, whether the Cardinals are better than the Giants is a different discussion, but the fact is, I don't think that we gave our best effort yesterday.
No, we didn't, because, I'm going to be like, all right, I know that they don't have a cornerback that can go set for set with Slayton, and definitely not a linebacker that go with Evan Ingram. And I'm looking, and I'm like, drop, and your hand drop. Then I'm looking, I'm like, oh, man, what happened to this Danny Dimes? Seemed like he started getting the script from Eli last couple of games. Don't get me wrong. Eli, forgive me, because I never like talking bad about Eli.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't have the arm no more. And it's like, it seems like Danny Dimes, that they want to call him. I call him Danny Bones, but they call him Danny Dimes. And I'm like, not living up to that name.
Yeah.
Because it's like every other play, I guess Sherman telling him to throw 40 yards or 30 yards.
Yeah, I'm not understanding why there's no check downs. There needs to be
no check downs.
There needs to be some kind of positive plays, and it's just not happening. It's just not.
No,
happening.
it's not. And it's like we watching the game, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, hey, I've never coached football before, but I promise, I think that I can go ahead. Not think. I promise I could coach better than what I've been saying. When it was 3rd and 18, Pizzle, I almost broke my phone. I almost made my phone and my TV merge and become a new network. Because I was about to fling it. When I saw him go on that draw and then pass on 4th down.
Yeah, I know, man. A lot of people have called tonight and talked about that, and it was not a good set of plays. It was not at all.
It wasn't. I'm over here looking, and I'm feeling for you, Fizzle, because I see you laying back, and it's like, man, I was like, when I went on YouTube, I was like, let me show I caught him. I saw you laying back. I said, man, we just need a break right now. I said, because I see right now, Fizzle, like, I don't need nobody call with no bullshit today. Say what you got to say and go on this week. And I'm right with
man.
it. Like, no.
Well, Animal, man, I appreciate the call, man.
No problem, man. I really appreciate
good to hear from you.
Having the conversation.
All right, man. Let's, hopefully maybe they can get a win next week and we got something to be happy about.
Hey, all I know is if we did good, my first words that I want to say is Danny Bone Jones.
All right. I'll talk to you next week, Animal.
All right, you have a good one.
See you, Brandon. Animal's always a great caller. Man, the Patriots are wearing out the Jets right now. I'm going to take one more caller. We'll shut her down for the night. Been some good calls. It sucks when the Giants lose and you don't get to, have those good calls. And it's just, everybody's just bummed out. Cowboy fans are happy. Eagle fans, I've been getting a lot of Eagle callers last few weeks, and I'm not getting them this week, and I'm you know why, but obviously no Redskin callers. But it's it's just frustrating when the Giants aren't doing well and we're in this way. But hopefully you guys have liked the stream tonight or the call-in show. Been some good callers. Had some good times tonight. Of course, Larry, he had a pick for us. Got the Panthers, 49ers over 41.5. If you guys want to go pound that at your local sports book or casino somewhere. Maybe you have an online shop you use. Pound that. That's Larry's lock of the week. Of course, we had Miss Edmonds call tonight. And she's excited about her Eagles being sorry. We've had some good Giant callers tonight. We had Cowboy TD obviously call, give us a tornado report for Dallas. And hopefully this is a good one. Well, no, I think this is Larry again. Larry?
Carl, I just want to let you know that Giants will win this week, buddy.
Okay. Money line on the money line, Larry?
I ain't telling you nothing about the money. I'm just saying that the Giants will get them a W this week.
Is that your second lock of the week?
Hey, that's all I want to call tell you. So you can have a good week. They will beat Detroit Lions this week. Trust me. I will call you Monday, buddy, at 6 o'clock.
All right, Larry. Drink one for me tonight, bud.
See you, buddies. Love you.
All right. Well, Larry just out of nowhere gives us a second pick of the week. Giants over the Lions. I don't know if I saw that coming. Once again, this is what Pizzle provides. This is what I call the Cop Pizzle difference. And yeah, this is what I got. This is what we got right here. If you guys need to write that down, take that in. That's what Larry said. Larry asked me to write it down. Cousins to Shane Burton. You know, I don't know. Former Carolina Panther from West Virginia. A little confused about where he played college, but I guess that's going to be it for the night. I guess I ain't going to be another caller. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with Pizzle tonight, calling in. I appreciate all the calls. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Rough week. Just a rough week. And hopefully next week will be better. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good rest of the night. And we will catch you later this week.